Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube, and what we're going to do today is to make pizza, or pizza dough, I really should say. It's a great recipe for the dough itself. Now, this pizza dough will either yield you two 12-inch pizzas, which are the pans right here, or a 16-inch, which I will show you that in a little bit to come. I went ahead and put out my ingredients that I'm using, which is sauce and Parmesan cheese, mozzarella, pepperoni, as well as ground sirloin, cooked ground sirloin. Now, I made the dough in my bread maker on the dough cycle. You can certainly make this dough by hand if you prefer, but I find it so much quicker and I get great accuracy with using my bread maker. Do follow your directions when to put your water in and your dry ingredients, because all bread machines or bread makers have a little bit of a different setup. Now, what we're going to do is give you the recipe for the dough right off the bat, because it won't be below the video, and I am sorry about that. But I'm going to go slow enough that I hope that you will be able to write it down or watch the video and, get line by line of the recipe. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And yes, I did say 1 tablespoon. It is a half a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need a half a cup of cornmeal, 1.5 cups with white whole wheat flour. That was the white whole wheat. You're also going to put 1.5 cups of just your regular all-purpose flour. You're going to put 1/3 cup of olive oil, or the oil of your choice. And you're going to use 1 1/3 cups of hot water. I like to heat mine in the microwave, and you want it to at least be about 110 degrees Fahrenheit to make the dough. Now, I went ahead and made some ahead of time, so I'm just going to flour my countertop a little bit. Now, the dough that you're seeing is going to yield you those two 12-inch pizzas, if that's what you want, or a 1 16-inch. So I'm just going to cut it in half. Put the other piece aside, and then I'm just going to roll it out. I'm going to use my large rolling pin here that I just love, because it's from actually my parents' restaurant, because we were in the restaurant and catering business. So it's I enjoy using it, that type of thing. Now, the dough itself will have a little bit of a different texture than you're used to, and that's because of the cornmeal. So you're going to be able to really form it a lot by your hands, okay? So I'm just going to plop this down onto my greased pan, and then I'm just going to simply use my fingertips of both hands here and just pull the dough out and stretch it. Now, this is going to make, I would say, medium thick pizza. If you're looking for a thin crust, I have one. In fact, I have about 20 videos on pizza. I have Sicilian style, I have Chicago, I have thin, thick, whole wheat, all-purpose, high gluten. I have, you name it, I've got a lot. So if you don't like this recipe and you think you might not like it because of the white whole wheat or the cornmeal, then please check out my channel, okay? I'm just going to check my oven for a second, which is right behind me, and shut it off. So, sorry about that. Okay, and the next thing, of course, is I'm just going to use my sauce. Now, if you're looking for pizza sauce, I do have a couple recipes that I think are very good that are on my channel, so check it out if you'd like. And then I'm just going to, and I'm using about 8 ounces of sauce. It really depends on you how little or how much you like. And then I'm just using some Parmesan cheese. It's about 2 teaspoons. A lot of people write and say, well, gee, how much are you putting on? It's really up to you. And then I have 8 ounces here of mozzarella that I'm just covering the top of it. I like to buy my mozzarella in block form, and I grind it myself. And I just think there's more value to it. I think it's cheaper to buy it that way. And so I do that, just like I buy my pepperoni in stick form, and then I use my processor to slice it. And then I'm just going to put down some pepperoni. And I mean, everybody knows how to make a pizza. I mean, that's no big deal. But you get the idea. And you put as much or as little as you want. As I said, a lot of people will write and say, how many did you use? Generally, I use about 35 pieces. Because I like a lot of it. Now, some people don't, so that's up to you. I mean, you can put whatever toppings that you want on this, that's for sure. If you want to do just a vegetarian one with green peppers and onions and mushrooms, I mean, there's so many ways to pick out the great toppings that you might like. And then I'm just using 2.5 ounces of cooked and drained, of course, cooled ground sirloin. You can use hamburger, of course. And that's about 2.5 ounces. Okay, and then put it in an oven. I like to bake mine anywhere from 450 to 475, and it usually comes up within 15 to 20 minutes for the pizza. And I want to show you, I'm going to rinse my hands quickly, and then I want to show you one that I'm pulling out of the oven as I speak here. Now, I like to bake my pizza more on the well done side. Not everybody likes it well done, so that's really up to you. But here we go. This is what the larger one looks like right out of the oven. As you notice, you will get like a medium thick crust. I'm going to put that down because it is hot. And I usually wait just a few minutes or so before I cut it. And the dough itself, or the crust I should say, has almost like a nutty type flavor to it due to the white whole wheat. But what's nice about it, it's not you know, the deep beige color that you're used to when you use solid whole wheat in recipes. So it's a great tasting crust. It's very, very crispy. And again, I like to do mine well done. You might not want it this dark. You might say, oh, that's overbaked. Oh, no, don't like that. Well, that's really up to you. But like I said, I really like it very well done, and my family does as well, that the top and everything is browned. But regardless, however you choose to bake this pizza, I think you're going to like it. Now, if you try this recipe and you like it, leave a comment, because I like to hear from you. And if you're so inclined and you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I can't thank you enough, or even give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. So I want to tell you to please solely watch me on YouTube. That's one of the reasons I don't list the ingredients anymore. Because YouTube is the only place that I put my videos on. And when you do write to me, then I know I'm going to get your comment or your question and answer it in a timely fashion. So I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube, and I hope you give this recipe a try. And as I said, if you don't like this one, I believe I have 20 more on my channel, so check them out if you are so inclined. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon.